Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I have 4 statements this afternoon. The first statement is on the employment of persons above the mandatory age, retirement age in Kisumu County. Mr. Speaker, sir, I rise pursuant to Standing Order 53-1 to seek a statement from the Standing Committee on Labour and Social Welfare regarding the employment of persons above the mandatory retirement age in Kisumu County. The Constitution of Kenya and the County Governments Act 2012 establishes the various apparatus and modalities a county must consider in employing persons in various positions. Further, according to the policy of the national government, except for a few exemptions such as the judiciary, the retirement age for categories of various civil servants was revised in 2009 and set at 60 years and 65 for those different categories. The Public Service Commission also provides that once a public officer has attained the retirement age, the officer shall retire from the service with effect from the date of attaining the age. Despite all these provisions, Mr. Speaker, sir, the Kisumu County government has proceeded to employ in its ranks persons who are above the mandatory age in contravention of the law. In the statement, the county should 1. State the county's policy on employing retirees, disclosing the number of individuals employed under this category, providing details of their contracts, job descriptions, and remuneration. 2. State the justification for hiring retirees over potentially more resourceful, younger candidates and Gen Zs, the process used for selecting the retirees, and the measures put in place to ensure that employing retirees does not hinder career advancement for younger employees or hinder effectiveness and impact of service delivery on the organization performance. And lastly, table a report assessing the retirees' skills, experience, and suitability for various positions. Mr. Speaker, my second statement is on the level of disaster preparedness in Kisumu County. Mr. Speaker, I rise pursuant to Order 53 to seek a statement from the Standing Committee on National Security, Defense, and Foreign Relations concerning the level of disaster preparedness in Kisumu County. Mr. Speaker, Kisumu County has been severely affected by floods, impacting on over 5,000 residents in the most recent incident. The county government should prioritize and disaster preparedness in its plans to safeguard the lives and property of the citizens. In the statement, the committee should, Mr. Speaker, 1, provide an overview of disaster preparedness mechanisms in Kisumu County, including plans, policies, resources, verifying whether at least 2% of the budget is allocated to the county emergency fund as per the PFM, and explain the utilization of funds from the year 2017 to date. 2, assess the existence and effectiveness of an early warning system for floods and landslides in Kisumu, stating whether flood mitigation measures such as drainage systems, flood barriers, and dike construction have been implemented in flood-prone areas, and providing a breakdown of the costs incurred. 3, describe how the county government coordinates with the national government, NGOs, and CBOs to enhance disaster preparedness and response efforts. 4th, evaluate the technical capacity and availability of trained personnel, equipment, and emergency shelters for flood-related incidents, and clarify whether there are measures in place to address the needs of vulnerable populations such as children, elderly persons, and persons with disabilities. Explain how the county government coordinates with the national government and other stakeholders to enhance preparedness. State the capacity of the county emergency response, including the availability of trained personnel and rescue teams and emergency shelters, if any, to respond to flood-related incidents. 7, state whether there are deliberate measures in place to address the needs of vulnerable populations, and how the county intends to integrate risk reduction and resilience building measures into CIDP processes, particularly in areas prone to floods. And lastly, state how often the disaster preparedness are reviewed and updated to reflect the changing environmental regime caused by climate change. Mr. Speaker, my third statement is on the state of stadia facilities in Kisumu County. Mr. Speaker, I rise pursuant to Order 53.1 to seek a statement from the Standing Committee on Devolution and Intergovernmental Relations regarding the state of stadia facilities in Kisumu County. Article 186(1) of the Constitution of Kenya, read together with Article 4H of the Part 2 of the 4th Schedule of the Constitution, devolves sports activities and construction and maintenance of facilities, including stadia, to the county governments. Mr. Speaker, the Sports Act 2013 further provides that county government shall establish, manage, and develop sports facilities within the county. In the statement, the committee should report the current state of stadia and sports facilities in Kisumu County and state whether there are plans to upgrade the existing stadia facilities to meet national and international standards, and if any, state the specific steps taken. 2, state whether there are ongoing maintenance and rehabilitation projects aimed at improving infrastructure of existing stadia, and provide details of the scope and progress of these projects and any budgetary allocations, projected timelines, completion, and tenders. State the funds allocated to the county budget for maintenance and improvement of stadia in Kisumu County for the financial years 2013 to date. Provide details of any plans underway to construct new stadia. And lastly, outline the measures in place to ensure transparency and accountability in the utilization of resources. Mr. Speaker, lastly, my last statement, and Mr. Speaker, this comes against the background that on the health facilities, this is on the upgrade of Jaramogi Oginga Odinga Teaching and Referral Hospital to a level 6 facility. And this is important, Mr. Speaker, sir, given that now we are in government. Mr. Speaker, I rise pursuant to Standing Order 53.1 to seek a statement from the Standing Committee on Health on the need to upgrade Jaramogi Oginga Odinga Teaching and Referral Hospital in Kisumu County to a level 6 teaching and referral hospital. Mr. Speaker, Jaramogi Oginga Odinga is currently classified as a level 5 hospital and is under the stewardship of the county government of Kisumu, providing vital medical and health services to residents across more than 10 counties. It is therefore time, Mr. Speaker, that this facility be upgraded. The facility serves a combined population exceeding 10 million people. In the statement, the committee should, Mr. Speaker, initiate the necessary measures and steps needed to upgrade JORTH from a level 5 to a level 6 teaching and referral hospital, and further, the hospital be accorded access to budgetary resources and medical equipment and human resources attached to that status. And lastly, Mr. Speaker, recommend policy and legal framework needed to facilitate and realize the upgrade of JORTH to a level 6 facility. Mr. Speaker, thank you, Mr. Speaker. As I note, now ODM is in government. And thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Senator Hamida.